Welcome to the R&B Only show. Please note that the opinions expressed here belong solely to the hosts and guests, not to Colors Worldwide Inc., our affiliates, or sponsors. The content is provided as is for entertainment and information purposes only, without any guarantees of accuracy or completeness. Colors Worldwide Inc. is not liable for any errors or omissions, nor does mentioning products or services imply endorsement. This disclaimer is subject to change, and we encourage our audience to stay updated.
What I will say though, even though I don't feel like this album is for its core fans, that performance
was straight like anniversary of Confessions. Out of 10, I'd give it about,
I think it's like $7 million that they're paying for 30 seconds.
yeah. Monica is nobody's opener. Monica could give you an hour and a half right now. Anyway.
R&B only.
Welcome to the R&B Only show. I am your co-host, Jovy E.
And my name is Tiara Monique West. I hope everybody enjoyed their week.
And the Usher Bowl, okay? Right on into it.
That's right, straight into it, because that's all I was looking forward to last
Listen.
week. I mean, besides our big-ass Philly Arena show, shout out to R&B Only Live.
Period, did that.
But yeah,
did that.
Usher Bowl. How was your
Usher
week,
Bowl.
first of all, before we get into the Usher Bowl?
It was a busy week. You know, I was looking forward to the show. We had that big ass arena show in Philly on that Friday. So the crew was out in Philly,
Right.
putting on a motherfucking performance.
Living it up.
Because this one on that stage, yeah, love seeing that always.
Thanks, it was fun.
And then everybody like raced home to,
Get ready for work again.
yep, pretty much. How was your
Right.
week?
It was great, preparing for the show, getting to the show. That's my first show of the year. So it was a good week. I'm tired, but that's life. We young and turned. Ain't that what Shai say? So
Young and
we
turned
good.
indeed. Where did you watch the Usher Bowl?
So I watched the Usher Bowl at my sister's house.
Okay.
It was great. She prepared an entire meal. We had
Love
a
that.
feast. She made this fruit dip
Okay.
with marshmallow puff in it.
Okay.
And like it's just good as hell. Anyway, shout out to my sister for that. But anyway, watch the Usher Bowl there. And at first I was like, maybe I should stay at home so I can like watch it by myself and like analyze the performance. But I like watching it around people, so
Yeah.
you can get the full reaction
Right.
to how everybody else receives it. Where'd you watch it at?
Child, I watched it at like a friend of a friend's place.
Okay.
It was giving very much like frat boy party. I don't want to say I hated it, but it wasn't the environment that I wanted to be watching the Super Bowl in. Like even,
Usher
I mean, the
Bowl
game is
week.
one thing. Like talk during the game.
Right.
During
But
the halftime
Usher?
performance, I need to be able to hear a pin drop. Like why? So it started. His performance started, and like I couldn't even hear what the first song was because people were just like, this is not the time for that. So I had to
Not
rewatch the
screaming
performance
like they
after.
there. Honestly, I really don't even like being at Super Bowl parties because I like to hear the commercials too. I feel like these companies put so much money into these ads. Like I actually
Commercials,
want to pay attention.
They haven't
during
been
the Super
hitting.
Bowl.
The commercials
They
ain't been
haven't,
hitting on
but-
shit since homie with the Doritos. Don't touch my Doritos and don't touch my mama.
No, Doritos used to have some crazy commercials.
Yeah.
But yeah, these ads, I mean, they're still good. I like them for what they are. But
Some of them.
I was here
There was one
mostly for
episode or one commercial in particular that stood out. But we'll get to that one. We'll get to that one.
yeah, but this Usher Bowl, that's really what I tuned in for. And then, it was just a big deal because I'm listening to his album, I'm getting prepared. I'm like, is he going to sing anything from Coming Home? And he didn't.
No, I genuinely, the one that I thought if any of the songs off of his new album Coming Home were going to be played, I thought it was going to be Good. I thought I was going to hear maybe a snippet of Good. I'm not mad that he didn't, but I was expecting that.
I mean, do you like the album? Just dropped Friday, right before the Super Bowl. It was like perfect timing with,
His team has been
marketing
working
and
overtime.
OT, okay, OT.
His
They
team
need
has
a
been
check.
working overtime.
Usher.
I feel like since he stepped
They need a
off
raise.
the residency stage, like you have not been able to not see Usher. Like
No,
they're
as
not
you
letting
shouldn't.
it. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like you can see me somewhere.
your Usher is getting. I mean, anyways,
What you think about it?
I don't think this album is really for us. I think this album is
Us, you
for
mean, like, core
his
fans?
core fans. I don't
Okay.
think this Coming Home album is for his core fans. I think this Coming Home album is for the fans he acquired
From the Super Bowl.
the Super Bowl. Granted,
That's a
there
good way to put it.
there are some tracks that I like. I think
Yeah.
he went on a really nice run from which one is it? From I Am the Party through Luckiest Man. That's like those four
Yeah.
songs were really
I think
good.
everything from I want to say Big down. I like
Big is a wild song.
It is a wild song,
Big
but
is
I
a
like the
wild
concept of the song. 'Cause it's like, okay, you're playing with words here, but like what you're saying is motivational. Like you're big.
Big is wild.
You're colossal, not big as in what Lil Wayne say, not big like fat. I feel like colossal, like giant. You know, that's how it made me
Big
feel.
is a
But
wild song.
the other parts of it, the innuendos, B.I.G. But yeah, I think everything from there down, I was rocking with. And
I'm not mad at it.
I know we was talking about the features last week.
Right.
And honestly, like, none of the features really did it for me.
Yeah.
I like the song with the dream, but I like the dreams part. And I can tell, like, where his production is and where his songwriting is, but I didn't really like. I mean, I'm messing with the features, but the second half of the album where it's just Usher, that's the part that I like.
What I will say though, even though I don't feel like this album is for his core fans, that performance was definitely for his
That performance
core fans.
was straight like Anniversary of Confessions.
Yeah, that performance was for us.
Yeah.
And I appreciate him for that. The album, what would you give it out of 10?
Out of 10, I'd give it about a 6, 7 because it's still Usher. You know, he still put his time into it. I can tell that, you know, he wanted to make something flow and he wanted to make something make sense. Like it's very Atlanta. Like I know his Atlanta fans, his at-home fans, they probably really appreciate it for what it is and like who he has on there. It's the Dream and Lotto's on there for sure. So yeah, I would give it like a 6, 7.
Yeah, same, like 6.5.
You know, because I like half of it.
Yeah.
But like compared to like his later stuff that he's put out, I know there's a project that he put out with Zaytoven called A. That thing is fire. And I was honestly when
That's
he said
the one
coming
with, like,
home,
the car out front. Yeah, I know what
I think
you're
it's like
talking
a
about.
Lamborghini or something. I don't know. Don't quote me because I don't know cars. I just know it's a sports car and it's low to the ground. Those are usually Lamborghinis, right? Yeah, I know that. But but that album, like, it sounded very Atlanta. So when he had this album with the Peach coming home, I'm thinking it was going to give those type of vibes, like, and it didn't.
No.
But that's like the Usher I was looking for.
Yeah.
But it's never, nothing is ever going to be Confessions, and I think that we just hold him to a Confession standard.
We're
like
never
it's
going to get
a
Confessions
10,
again.
and then it's like Confessions,
Yeah.
and we expect every artist to live up to their best work, and we just gotta, you know, appreciate what they put out for what it is.
Yeah, valid.
But I liked it. Yeah,
Solid.
Yeah,
Solid. That performance,
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
10s
Yo,
across
low-key,
the board.
Low key,
The mic was on, honey.
low key though.
What?
He might have made me change my Super Bowl lineup performances. Like,
Top 5?
Top 5, yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Who'd he get bumped?
He bumped Dr. Dre.
Okay. That was a really good
Because Dr. Dre was
performance,
up there for me in my
Okay.
top 5.
West
Now-
Coast as fuck.
Right, you know, so
West
but
Coast as fuck.
now that Usher's in there, I'm like, who got number 5 and 6? Because right now I got Michael Jackson. It's a tease between Beyonce and Prince, but I usually just go Beyonce.
Okay.
So Michael Jackson, Beyonce, Prince, Janet,
Okay.
Usher,
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Dre,
the 5.
Rihanna. Oh no, Bruno Mars.
That Bruno, it's
That
really
Bruno was
Coldplay.
great.
It's really
It
Coldplay
was.
with Bruno and Beyonce.
I think that go before.
That was a really good performance.
That might go before Rihanna. But Usher definitely made me change my lineup just because of what that performance was, what it felt like. Like,
So like I said, I was watching it at this like frat house. So when I got home, I wanted to rewatch Usher's performance and like actually listen to it.
right, and get the real scoop of it.
But then after watching it, I went down. See, not even know what hit him. Watch this. Okay. I went down a rabbit hole of watching other performances.
Yeah.
And so
Throwback
I
Super
rewatched,
Bowls.
I watched Michael's. Michael was up there performing whole songs.
It was a Michael Jackson concert.
It was literally a Michael Jackson concert, and seeing that or like the production of his versus like Janet's.
Yeah.
Janet, it was like Janet and Friends, because Janet had Nelly pop out. Janet had Diddy pop out. Like
You ain't got to act like, he was there.
he was there and doing all the, whatever.
bopping
And
and
then
shit?
so like now after rewatching it, I understand the JT moment, because it was like such a moment for like the culture.
We were going up, and then it was like,
and then it was like, damn. And then he was dressed in khakis and shit. Like what? Like, anyways, great performance. Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
It is.
It's crazy. I saw Prince's. I rewatched Prince's.
Yeah, they're all really good.
Yeah.
Like what halftime shows are, I think they're just amazing, especially when you know the history behind it and what happened as
was,
to why Michael Jackson.
The Wayans brothers. It was
in
like
Living Color.
Living
they
Color.
had like
that is.
for those that don't know, I guess this was the year before Michael Jackson performance. I don't know what year it was, but In Living Color aired a special halftime show TV episode for the halftime because they had nothing showing during the Super Bowl. And most of the viewers, if not all, left the Super Bowl and went to In Living Color and a lot of them didn't even come back afterwards.
Right. So they lost viewers, and then
they were
that's
like, how do we make this community that went over here and watched this, how do we make them stay? Next thing you know, we got Michael Jackson at halftime.
And folks is not switching off of that.
Michael Jackson. They
literally for like the first like 2 minutes, he just was standing there.
Like it's a half it's his concert. It's on a halftime show, right? Yeah. So that's how we ended up
full
with
songs.
Usher 2 nights ago.
Long story short.
I am so happy that we have him. Shout out to the Wayans brothers for doing what they did. But the Super Bowl is now, halftime show is for musicians now. And
literally.
That's literally one of my favorite Sundays of the year just because I can't stand football. But I love watching these halftime performances.
Yeah.
Like, Usher put on a show. And of all these guesses, now you said you don't have to call.
Mm-hmm.
I said, yeah. I don't know why I picked Yeah as the first song. I was just too excited. It should have been should have said it was the last song, you know?
Looking back, yes, only because we knew from like the commercials and stuff, Lil Jon and Ludacris definitely, they're not popping out on the first song.
Not on the first song, you know?
I see the appeal of Tusa, like that.
Right, that would have been a hitter.
Fire.
What I thought was going to be the last song was DJ Got Us Falling in Love.
No.
It wasn't. I was thinking more of who.
He didn't even play that song.
No, and this is what I'm trying to get to.
Or
it was
Hey
more
Daddy.
like I
was waiting on Hey Daddy, let me tell you.
It was more like of a anniversary performance for Confessions. Because it was just straight confessions in that whole thing.
Yeah.
Like he started with My Way. He didn't sing it, but if you heard that little snippet, My Way, and he had this little U-chain. So
I wanted to see him do the.
Did he do? Oh, he didn't do it.
He came out the shirt
and he did his tip.
He synced it.
Did y'all see the Usher bingo card for all the stuff that he was supposed to hit?
The strippers was out there.
The strippers,
the roller skates. Yeah.
Took off his shirt. Mm-hmm. He had on the U-chain. He didn't throw it.
He didn't throw it. He had it on though. He had it on.
The tick dance. There was a lot of stuff on there. Alicia Keys, Ludacris, and Lil Jon. Mm-hmm. But
I was
overall,
waiting to see Bieber.
Who?
Bieber.
You really thought he was gonna come?
I thought, with the purple.
And sing what, Baby?
I don't know. No, not sing Baby. Just like do a little 1-2 with him.
Oh, like dance.
You know who was up there doing a little 1-2 with him? Did y'all see Sean Bankhead?
I did actually.
Sean Bankhead was there.
Shout out Sean Bankhead.
Yeah, doing his
and I was happy to see what song did he play? H.E.R. She played the mess out of that guitar.
Listen. And she looked damn good.
Yes.
She looked
Usher
damn
is so
good.
theatrical.
Yeah.
I love it on that one part where she come out and he's like, "Ooh!" Then you got to go change.
I
love
it.
Usher, man. Usher put on a show like
the manifestation of spotlights. Big
Did you hear what he said to his mama right before that?
Yes.
He said, "Mama, look, we made it."
I love.
They said that we couldn't, but God has bigger plans.
God did.
Just like this couch right here.
God did.
But anyway, I love that message to his mama because it's just like
spotlights.
It was the greatest, right? They showed the spotlight,
50,000
fans, and then that was it.
Yeah,
that's all you needed.
The 7 o'clock, the visual of the 7 o'clock.
Yeah, the clock on the dot.
For me, my only I don't know what the word is, but my only, I guess, notes. Because of course, like I said, I went and I was rewatching all this stuff. I rewatched Rihanna's. I liked the pacing of Rihanna's performance more than I liked the pacing of Usher's.
Yeah.
It felt just a smidge rush.
Yeah.
He
did get through stuff fast, but I think he wanted to give us everything. Like my sisters, we're sitting here talking about like what songs we think he's gonna play. They're like, "Oh, he's gonna play Bad Girl. He's gonna play Superstar." I'm like, y'all, he's not about to sing 8 songs from Confessions. Like, come on now.
And then he like damn near did.
And then he sang the whole album. The only thing we was missing was Seduction.
Yeah.
And then Jermaine Dupri came out.
CeeLo?
That outfit. Yo, why did everybody think it was CeeLo Green? Everybody at my sister's house be like, CeeLo Green? Who's that? What song do Usher got with CeeLo Green?
And
then he started talking, it's the 20th anniversary of Confessions. I'm like, yo, that's JD. Oh my God.
The people I was watching it with didn't know who JD was.
Who was you watching it with? Who doesn't know who Jermaine Dupri is?
I was in the house stressed, Lord. That
is a stressful Sunday. You sitting around people who don't know who Jermaine Dupri is?
I was stressed, Lord.
Oh, I bet you they know who Taylor Swift. Never mind. Yeah. Anyway, they was clowning Jermaine Dupri. I thought his outfit was pretty fly. The socks, you seen the Louis Vuitton socks that he posted with the pearl on it?
Okay, the little pearl, little button joint. Yeah, shout out to Pharrell.
Giving baby boss, but we loving that. I'm loving that.
Go ahead.
No, but I was happy to see that he brought Jermaine Dupri out because I feel like Jermaine Dupri obviously played a big role in his career.
Huge.
Lil Jon and Usher did too. Like some of the biggest songs that we have by Usher are with Little John Ludacris, Lovers and
Facts.
Friends. And yeah.
Facts.
Alicia Keys.
Alicia
I just
Keys.
like that he brought her out and they didn't immediately go into My Boo.
My
I
Boo.
like that he gave her a second to
That
like.
piano was sickening.
Some people.
They
Yo.
already trying to Mandela effect that bitch
They did
and
it.
take
No,
it off.
they auto-tuned the mess out of her on YouTube.
You know, they did the same thing. J-Lo's performance
Yes.
on, like, was it Saturday Night Live or one of those talk
I
shows?
think
She
you told me
recently
this.
had a performance and, like,
They auto-tuned it.
yeah.
They cleaned it
They
up.
do
'cause
that
live
shit all the
version is
time. Yeah.
terrible. But when you go back and watch it, it's amazing.
They do that shit all the time. They're trying to Mandela effect.
She probably just needed to clear her throat or something.
Yeah,
She was
real
sitting there
quick.
for a minute. Imagine
Yeah.
the
The nerves
fan
and
blowing
shit.
on you for a whole 10 minutes before
Because she
you
had
get up
that
there.
whole...
Right. So she probably just needed a little before she hit that
Mm-hmm.
some people. But you good, Alicia, because can't nobody else do it like you. Can't nobody sing it. I've tried many times karaoke. Can't do it.
Can't do it. That piano was sickening. The red bodysuit was giving. I was here for it all.
It was it was giving.
That's crazy that they
body yaddy.
were so quick with that auto-tune touch though. That's insane.
It was insane. I didn't like that people automatically like were like, "Oh, Swiss Beats gonna be mad."
That's
I'm
so
like,
corny.
That's the
But,
one
like,
thing y'all
that's
think
the
about.
internet.
Like, think about her performance. Yeah, but that is the internet.
That's
You're
the
right.
internet. People are so corny.
I couldn't believe it.
So corny.
But,
you and your work husband.
When I saw Jermaine Dupri there, I did expect him to sing more stuff, though. I thought You Make Me Wanna was for sure gonna be on the list. It wasn't.
It wasn't.
You know, it was just straight confessions. But
I think You Make Me Wanna and Daddy's Home were the two songs that
you
I
was missing?
That I was missing.
I for sure
Yeah.
thought like DJ Got Us Falling in Love and them type of songs was gonna be played. It's a Super Bowl. It's not Freak
But
Nick.
see, that's what I'm saying. I'm glad that like he
He gave
really
it to
could have
him.
he really could have gone down that route.
Yeah, and I'm glad he didn't.
He could have gone down that route.
I'm glad he didn't.
And like if he would have gone down that route plus this new album, I would have been like, you doing too much for the other people. You doing too much for the folks. You doing too
For
much
the other people. I liked it. I
Yeah.
even liked him having Lil Jon sing Turn Down for What. I think that was a nice little
You know that had Vegas in a
addition.
chokehold. Still got Vegas in a chokehold.
They got me in a chokehold. I was in that room
Come
like, where the
on,
shots
yo.
at? I wasn't even drinking that day. Like, bring the shots. Tequila, Hennessy.
Turn down
what
for
you
what?
got? No, I was just drinking water. But that's how I felt when it came on.
I'm
and then
weak.
peace up. Hey, town down. Ludacris
You know
with the
what's
afro.
also crazy?
What?
Ludacris with the afro. Yes. Black History Month. This is
Take
for
that,
the
everyone.
strictly for
Lil
the.
Jon got
This is for the. But also, I think the full circle moment for her is also crazy because there's a picture of her singing the national anthem at a 49ers game when she was 11. And so for her to be at this 49ers Super Bowl
playing that guitar.
playing
like she
that
did.
playing that goddamn guitar.
I was just happy the way that he made that show. I know people in Atlanta was feeling the way we felt when Dr. Dre made that whole set very West Coast. So shout out to Usher for that.
Shout out
you know?
Usher. Shout out Usher. Shout out
Usher
Jay-Z
Bowl
real
was-
quick too because
Usher Bowl
we know.
was my shit.
he up there.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out Jay-Z too.
Yeah. Shout out Jay-Z too.
I mean, he
yeah.
got a hand in it. That's why they've
Yeah.
been going the way that they've been going.
Exactly. Exactly.
So you got a top 5 Super Bowl performance, or is it still?
It's the same
still
five.
Same?
Same five.
Did you tell us your 5 last
It's
week?
the same 5 as no. I didn't share my top 5 last
Oh, you
week.
didn't? It's
I don't
just-
think we
it's just
talked
the same
about our
as mine?
top
It's the
5
same
last
5
week.
as me?
But yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna see whoever
Those are the
makes it next
iconic
year.
ones. Yeah.
They might rearrange it, but I
You
don't
think
know
they
who else
gon-
they could get.
Honestly, I need to see Chris Brown on that
Mariah
goddamn
Carey
stage.
has done it, right?
I'm not sure.
Because I feel like that would be a good stage for her. Rob, can you help me? Has Mariah Carey done a Super Bowl performance? But yes, you're right. I feel like
Chris Brown
is
could
deserving
get on that
of one.
stage. Chris
And
Brown could
honestly,
get on
like
that
a Drake
stage.
or Kanye, but I don't feel like they would.
I don't
put
think
Kanye
they're
on
not
that
putting
stage,
Kanye on
you
that
know?
goddamn stage.
I
No
don't
time
think so.
soon.
Nah,
No time soon.
else you
Drake
think?
would be cute.
Drake.
Yeah. Drake would be cute on there.
I would love to see Jay-Z, but he said he would never do it.
No?
Yeah, he already said it in a song.
Yeah, he don't really. I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know. But Chris Brown, very deserving.
Justin Timberlake by himself.
Didn't he already have one? They had him.
Oh, they did.
Yeah,
You're right.
they had
You're
him.
Right. You're right. Came back. Mm-hmm. Well, I guess we got to wait and see. When do they announce that? Because they announced Usher's pretty late in the year.
I feel like they did too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And next year the Super Bowl is going to be in NOLA, baby. Baby.
So it needs to be very YMC and B. And I want to
I don't
see Juvenile.
know if
I
they
want to see
gonna give
Manny
it to
Fresh.
us. I
That's what we
don't
need to do
know
for
if they
halftime
gonna
show
give
next
it to
year.
us.
They need to.
I don't
Because
know.
how
if
you
they
you
gonna
have
give it
to
us.
you put Usher, Rihanna, Dr. Dre, Beyonce, like everybody has done it. So I need somebody to top that. Because who you about to give me? Lil Wayne, Juvenile.
Imagine
Drake,
hearing the
Nicki.
lighter flick in the Super Bowl.
Imagine seeing the blunt lit in the Super Bowl.
They
dome,
not.
in the
They
Super
not
Dome.
gonna let that man go up there and do all that. I don't know. We'll see.
I mean,
we'll see.
Yeah, we will see. But like I said, the best part of the Super Bowl to me, besides the halftime show, is obviously the ads. And
Big
this
facts.
year, we got
had
promo for the ads so that a certain fan base would go watch the Super Bowl just to see a commercial. 2 weeks before, I'm seeing TikToks
We shaking
about a
the
man
table.
on Verizon juicing lemons, talking about she expects me to do this by myself. I'm like, Beyonce? And why does it say 211? I'm like, I know she's not coming to the Super Bowl, like performing or nothing. Like, are they promoting a commercial right now?
Promoting a commercial is
It's insane. And then they had another commercial promoting it, maybe I want to say like a few days before the Super Bowl, where he like has the Renaissance horse and he's like, okay, what do you want me to do with this? And I'm like,
if you can count on any fan base to put 2 and 2 together,
Beehive.
it's the Beehive.
because they like, but
They
had some stuff wrong though.
Make a connection.
They had some stuff wrong.
They
They're like, Usher gonna bring her out for Bad Girl like he did in Puerto Rico for that show. Like,
that would have
you
been fire. That
But
would have been
But he's
fire.
not though.
No,
He's not though. The way Beyonce was dancing on Usher on that show back in the day, no way.
If people was up in arms about that Alicia Keys,
If you've seen that show from Puerto Rico, it aired on HBO back in the day. So if you know, you know. Beyonce's not coming out to Bad Girl.
she's
But
gonna
yeah, they
piss.
were like, they were basically had the Beehive watching the Super Bowl for Beyonce commercials. And her team, smart as hell, put the commercial
Smart as hell.
after the Usher Bowl part. I want to say maybe like
Let him have his
5
moment.
commercials after he performed, had his moment. Boom, Beyonce.
and then boom, drop the music.
Boom,
They
break the
ready to
internet.
drop the music.
So
That's
the commercial
crazy.
basically is like her trying to,
break the internet.
but it's like going hand in hand with Verizon, saying that Verizon's internet is so good. Like Beyonce couldn't even break this internet. So they're, saying the Beyonce I'm running for the Beyonce of the United States. No, the commercial was actually really funny. I was cracking
It
up.
was.
The Bar Bay, all of that stuff was very thought out, and I like the concept of the ad. But people are talking about if Beyonce stole Usher's shine.
No,
No,
I don't think
so
he
either.
stole.
That's
I
what
don't
the
think
Super Bowl
she
is
stole.
for.
Yeah,
Ads.
the Super
Advertisement.
Bowl is for advert. They make so much. I think it's like $7 million that they're paying for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
For a 30-second ad, it's like $7 million.
Yeah.
People are. This is the time to like.
If you're gonna market something,
this is the
market
time.
it now.
There's
Like
so many eyes.
nobody was mad at Taylor Swift for announcing an album at the Grammys.
And you know what I think? I think just like Drake put that House album out because he knew Beyonce's Renaissance was coming, I think Taylor announced that album where she
Because
did
she
because
knew.
she knew Beyonce was going to take it all at the Super Bowl after.
Right, because not only did
Usher.
she drop an ad, but then she announced that new music was about to drop.
And then the
Dropped
new
2
music
songs.
is like a completely different lane
Country.
from what
Right, it reminds
way
me of Daddy
traditional,
Lessons.
right?
And then not only did the 2 songs drop, then you announced Act 2, which the Hive been waiting on. Like, oh my God, she took Act 1 off of her website. Oh my gosh, guys, when are we getting it? March 29th.
Crazy. I
month and a
don't
half.
think going back to your question, I don't think she took his shine.
I don't think so either.
I don't think it would have been beneficial for her to wait till a day or 2 after. People were like, "Oh, like you couldn't wait 2 days." No. How many people did she have eyes on this ad that now, like, come on, be
How many
smart.
viewers do they get? 100 million? Over
It's
100 million
crazy.
viewers at the Super Bowl. Like,
It's crazy.
every 100 million viewer is not going to see Usher.
Right.
Half of them don't even care about the Super Bowl. I saw
Right.
plenty, the halftime show, I saw plenty of TikToks where they're like, who's that performing? Oh, I'm about to go.
People think Usher's been
get some more
irrelevant
ice.
for 20 years. Whole
Yeah,
time.
they're like, Usher's back. I'm like, he never
Where
left.
did he go?
Even when his residency came out, they're like, he's back. Like, never left. Y'all just miss Confessions and want life to be like Confessions and Lovers and Friends. But
I don't think
no,
she stole
Beyonce
the show
didn't
at all.
steal.
I think she
the
just made a
shine.
great
Yeah,
business
that's
move.
Basically, if
It's
you're gonna
great
pay
marketing.
for something, pay for it in the time where it's gonna be worth it, where you have
Exactly.
all these eyes on it. That's what I would do.
Great marketing. Great
But
marketing.
I'm
How'd you feel about the 2 songs? Well, okay, like we said, used the commercial to promote that she dropped new music. And the new tour is coming, or a new album is coming, which means another tour. Hopefully, fingers crossed. We already saving our coins, sis. So the two new songs was 16 Carriages and Texas Hold'em.
I like them.
Both of them.
They put me in a different type of mood, but I mean, I like them for what they are. I will say though, when I was listening to Lemonade, like I skip Daddy Lessons a lot. I know all the words. My dad warned me about men like you, but I skip it. Like that's not something that I go back to Lemonade and
It's not getting playlisted.
I was hoping that Act 2 was gonna give me like 6-inch heels, don't hurt yourself type of vibes. Like The Rock. I hope that's Act 3. But
Paramore better get ready.
I'm not mad at it because I was just saying I need to get in my country bag. So people like Beyonce and K. Michelle and all these other Black country artists, they're gonna help us get back into this culture that we created. And I think that's like that's what the Beehive is saying. That's like the subject matter of what she's putting out these albums. The first one was dance and house music, something else that Black people created and were basically rejected from this category. But I thought the biggest thing here about this country stuff was when Daddy Lessons came out, she submitted that song to the Grammys for a country nomination and they rejected it with no explanation. It's clearly a country song, but because it's Beyonce, belongs in the R&B category.
No, that is not an R&B song.
So if I give you a country album, what you gonna say then? Because I gave y'all a dance album and you gave me a dance Grammy, right? So if she gets another Grammy for this like country album of the year, like she did for Renaissance, like you have to give this woman album of the year eventually because you're making albums in every genre that are winning in their genres.
Yeah.
So I think that's the point of it.
I really like the 16 Carriages song.
Yeah.
The Texas Hold'em song, not really for me. That's not my bag.
No, I saw something on Twitter that was like play Texas Hold'em, Hold Down, Throw Down, 16 Carriages, The Climb, and they're like this run, chef kiss.
The Climb?
The Climb, Hannah Montana.
You know what? Speaking of the whole Disney universe, they did put the Cheetah Girls album on streaming services.
Not the Cheetah Girls. That was hella random. But that's the first one.
Cheetah Girls, Cheetah Sisters.
That's actually my shit. I might have to go back and listen to that because the other day I was trying to find the Fighting Temptation soundtrack. It's nowhere but YouTube. That soundtrack is like 10 out of 10. Remember when soundtracks used to actually be soundtracks? Like the songs were
that
in
Cheetah
the
Girls
movies,
soundtrack.
Like, I missed that.
Up there.
I missed that.
Up there.
But I'm excited for some country music though.
I'm excited for the album too. I'm excited for it.
But I think Usher definitely got, what he was deserving of, and there's no way Beyonce could steal that shine.
It was after his performance.
Yeah,
it was after. I could see if she dropped the commercial before the performance, everybody would have been buzzing about it on their timeline, and like
right. But
it just would have been. It was after. If anything, like the second half of the Super Bowl, like we already knew. Come on, it was the Swift Bowl anyway. Like it's fine.
Not the Swift Bowl.
Yeah, come on, it's scripted.
Because they kept showing her over and over and over.
It's so scripted.
Over and over.
So scripted.
Now we do know that these people don't get paid for halftime shows. Like people have talked about this over and over and over again. However, our producer Rob is just giving us word that Usher got paid how much?
$671 for the Super Bowl halftime.
$671.
Can you zoom in, Rob?
I know that can't be right. That says $671.
It says Usher reportedly got paid $671 to perform the Super Bowl halftime, but he is expected to make over $100 million in stream sales, concert tickets, and endorsements on the back end. I think what happens is you get a budget for like production and all this other stuff, and maybe out of that budget, this is what was left.
Oh, like a credit.
Right, like a credit. That's what makes sense to me. But like
I didn't
typically,
even think they even got
people
that makes sense though.
No, you definitely get a budget for like outfits and
I mean like the leftover. Like I thought they would just take it back.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that either.
Like, run me my change.
But typically people like they're not like the artists that they have on the Super Bowl are not paid. Getting paid
for the performance
to perform.
Yeah.
If anything, they just know that it's so many eyes.
Yeah, like we said, over 100 million viewers.
That everything, all of your everything goes up.
Yep.
right after.
Your streams.
And this is the perfect example of that because
Confessions went 14 times platinum. What was that, Monday?
crazy.
He was also selling like Super Bowl merch with Micheliness. I think that made him a few mil, and a lot of his tour dates are already selling out. They're adding second dates in these cities. So, even though you don't get paid physically, like the growth that you see over time in your career, it's like winning
not even over time, immediately.
Yeah, it's like winning a Grammy or like performing on SNL or like performing on Jimmy Kimmel. Like you automatically are integrated into this fan base that you would have never had before. Like they would have never just went to go search your music.
Right.
But now they're like, oh, I like this song. Let me go see. Ooh.
And I mean, even with last year we had Rihanna hit the stage and she had that one moment of, I think it was like applying lip gloss or something with the Fenty.
Yeah,
and Fenty sales skyrocketed. Fenty sales skyrocketed right after. Yep.
Even Dr. Dre, I think his streams went from like 22 million to 42 million.
Crazy.
In like 1 week
It's
or something
immediate.
like that. So it's like the increase that you see is immediate. So it's far more better than getting paid in cash money then and there. Like you're gonna get way more.
And Usher's team left no stone unturned. I mean, they're hitting you with concert tickets. They're hitting you with merch. They're hitting you with new music. Like they did not miss. They're squeezing the juice out of all of this.
Do you think with all of that though, like he capitalized like off the publicity of the weekend?
Absolutely, in every way. In every way.
Even the Skims announcement, I forgot about that.
There was nowhere that you couldn't go anywhere and
Without
not see Usher. Like they didn't leave anything untouched.
The commercials, Where's Usher? All those commercials that they had.
Nothing untouched.
On TikTok and
With
just online.
Taraji
They had it on TV too. I just don't really watch cable to see it, but I saw like a Where's Usher commercial maybe like once a week for 3 weeks before the Super Bowl. I think they did a great job on that.
His marketing team.
They making me want to go to the show
festival,
for sure. Right.
Everything.
Scared about that.
They
keep in the comments they say it's giving Fry Festival because all these artists are technically on it but not on it. But hey, if Usher say it's good, people gonna be there at this point. Good one. It's good.
That's a knee slapper.
But I think it was great. I think Usher was deserving. Thing. I think it was a great Super Bowl. Forget the Super Bowl. It was a great Usher Bowl. It was a great concert because after halftime, I saw what I needed to see. That was it. I came for what I came for, and that's it. But again, like we said, he didn't make any money from the Super Bowl, but Confessions
directly
14 times directly from the Super Bowl. But yes, he got paid from that leverage. But Confessions 14 times platinum now.
Insane.
Again. An album that came out when I was in what? That's 2004, so I was probably in 4th grade.
Damn, I was 9.
I was 10.
That's crazy.
In the back singing that song, like I had my own broke heart in myself. Like I was having a baby on somebody.
Watching that You Remind Me video, seething.
Not seething.
Seething, seeing red. Who is this child?
No, it's really crazy though that people are reliving this album though, especially like the way that they was doing this Michael Jackson thing. I think Usher's about to have like this resurgence in the younger generation again, especially with his dancing. And when they figure out that he got a connection to Justin Bieber, they're gonna be like, oh, okay. But yeah, Usher never went nowhere.
Not in my heart.
No, I just think that Confessions was so big that it's just... You can't top it.
You can't, no. But I feel like there are certain artists who, you know what? Maybe there is a chance. He's not done making music, obviously. So I don't want to say that there's never going to be anything that he puts out that's going to be better than Confessions. Yeah. Because, Beyonce tops Beyonce all the time.
It's Beyonce. But I feel like every artist, though, that you listen to, whether it's hip hop, rap, R&B, country, whatever it is, they have that one album that's going to stick with a fan base forever. Yeah, they always gonna be like, sing songs from this, and you can be like, but most of the hit songs are from the album.
Yes, I still think there's a space where he could potentially make something that is just so.
I do too. It's Usher.
Yeah, it's Usher.
I think if he was given like newer producers, or if he wanted to work with some of these younger artists, or just the newer generation of producers and just engineers, I think his music would sound totally different. Yeah. And I think that's where he's at right now. Because right now we still looking at, there's nothing wrong with like working with The Dream and like Rico Love, but it's like what we've heard you do in the past. So we know you're comfortable there. So I think if he was to give us something new, then
You know what else is new?
what?
I mean, new-ish, because I thought like he was already married. However,
Wait, what?
comma. Yeah. I thought he was already married.
I did too. I thought Usher been married.
Apparently, Usher and his longtime girlfriend, Jennifer
Jennifer G. I don't wanna
Jennifer
mess
G.
up her
Okay,
name.
wait. Goycochea.
I don't want to mess it up. Jennifer G.
Jennifer G.
Jennifer
Long
Raymond
time.
now because she married to Usher.
Are they?
Is his last name Raymond?
Yes. Usher.
Usher,
Raymond.
baby.
Usher, baby. Longtime girlfriend. They obtained their marriage license in Vegas.
So this was a big weekend for
Huge.
Usher. Usher
Huge.
done done it all.
So you mean to tell me I still had time?
He's like me, not you, girl. That is a married man.
Now. I'm saying I still had time.
No,
He's a
I honestly
married
thought he
man
was married
now.
this whole time.
That's what I thought. I feel bamboozled. I feel led astray.
I kind of do too, because when I saw them Skims drops, I was like, hold on now. Get at me. Ooh, work me, baby.
Did you see the hip? Listen, I'm still at so many parts of his performance because the hips was hipping, baby.
Usher was up there dancing for his life, okay?
And the mic
When I
was
saw the
on. There
sweat
are
dripping.
so few people on this planet who can do that. No backtrack.
No live track, nothing.
Nothing.
was him.
Just voice and moves and hips and
You
sweat.
could hear every breath. Get at me back. I'm so... All of that.
Got up.
I think it was a great performance, so I think Usher did his thing.
Yeah.
I want to go to the tour now.
Okay.
And I think that's going to make the whole world want to go.
Yeah.
I think he did a great job because from all the
Gotta-
reaction videos I saw
gotta
of the
go to
people
that
that
tour.
weren't my people, I think he gained a lot of new fans.
Facts.
Because they know OMG, but they was like, whoa, I didn't know you did
forgot
all of
that
this.
idea, yeah.
you know, so
Yeah.
the ones that
Yeah.
went back to revisit, shout out to y'all. Thank you for making Usher 14 times platinum. Shout out to Confessions, album of my life. It's definitely in my top 10 albums of all time.
Of all time.
Of all
time.
albums, not just R&B.
Yeah.
I'm talking about just
No,
albums
big
in
facts.
general.
Big
No,
facts.
we're not going to number those right now, but just know
That would
Usher
take way too
Confessions
much brain
is-
power.
It's in the top 10, and my top 10 has no like order. It's just top 10.
It's in there though.
It can be whatever it wants to
That's
be.
in there for sure.
Another artist in my top 10 albums.
MJ.
Yes, Off the Wall is in there. But the classic. But after a long debacle back and forth with Sony, they're finally buying the rights to his music and his estate.
Crazy.
Now, when Michael Jackson first passed away, I thought I heard rumors back then of Sony trying to get his stuff.
And this was like
even,
what, 20
2009, 8, before he even passed away. I thought that was a rumor then, is what I'm saying.
Back then.
Yeah, way back then. When I was
Okay.
still in high school, I thought that was a rumor. So I go back to dig before I read this new article about them buying stakes in Michael Jackson's catalog. I go back to see like how long they have been fighting about this. I don't see anything from 2009 anymore. Now it's just 2016 when they bought the Sony ATV, and that's when he had his stuff mixed in with the Beatles. They bought that. But I don't know, because I be in the conspiracies online, and they always talk about how that was a major thing right before he passed away. And now, today, Sony is buying
bought
a
it.
stake in Michael Jackson's catalog for over $1.2 billion. This is said to be the highest ever.
That's an insane amount of money. That's an insane amount of money.
Largest ever of a musician's asset.
Of course, he has this movie coming out too, the
Yeah.
biopic. Is that
I
what it's
think
called?
Yeah, biopic. It'll be called Michael. I'm excited to see it, but
Isn't his
nephew.
his nephew's playing? Okay, I think they just dropped yesterday. There was a picture that dropped of like the first look of what
Yeah, I
he
saw
looks
that.
like.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Think it's gonna be good?
I hope so. In the words of Kodak,
I mean, I
hope
feel
so.
I feel like with them buying the stakes and the catalog and everything, it has to be for a reason.
That's
This
really
biopic coming out,
unfortunate that like these companies are like
able to process these. I mean, obtain these people's stuff like this.
so. That's so yucky to me.
Yeah, because I always just thought that
Especially
it
if
should
you
just go
know
to the
like there was
family
beef and
maybe
that's
the
not
family
what he
should just-
wanted. Like
yeah.
that's
Right.
so yucky to me.
He's been trying to buy stuff forever and keep his publishing and his stuff in his family. So you go and buy it back. But What I don't understand these laws and music laws and stuff.
Me
It's like
neither.
once you pass away, like I don't even understand why it doesn't automatically just go to the family.
Right.
And even if the family does decide to sell it, then that's on them. But this is not the situation here. Michael Jackson's estate is owned by not his brothers and sisters, and it's being sold to Sony now. And yeah,
That's
it
so
generates
yucky.
like how much money a year? Did they say $75 million a year just from his catalog? And just from his songs in general, 47 million.
That's an obscene.
Because he
amount
owns
of
other
money.
people's stuff. He owns, I want to say Ray Charles, Curtis Mayfield, Sly and the Family Stone. They like over 250 songs. So he's also getting paid for their stuff.
That's an obscene amount of money.
Yeah. it
So
is.
I think that whole, the music business, it's a business at the end of the day. But I think that is yucky.
Yeah,
It's
you're
so
right.
yucky
It's a
that
business.
you know
It's a
that
scary
this
part.
man did not want this in his life.
Yeah.
And now after his life, y'all are still being like,
And now it's
Vultures
like with
and-
them owning these rights, they can basically do
that. And then this
whatever
AI
they want
shit
with
is
it.
crazy right now.
Right, that's what I'm like, what if they're about to
This
put out
AI
new
shit
Michael
is
Jackson albums?
insane.
Or what if they're like unreleased songs? Like think about them selling Michael Jackson songs. Or now
Or doing these like these what do they do with like the lasers or the holograms?
Oh
they
yeah,
could,
and
they could put them
you
on a stage with
they already do
holograms.
that. They
and-
do that in Vegas. It's a performance.
know.
It's like it's him performing in a hologram.
I don't like
But
it.
what they don't own though is stuff like that. So they don't own like the Broadway show and like the music that's being played on movies and TV.
Okay.
That's why I was interested about the well, they said Broadway. They didn't say movie.
Okay.
But that's why I'm interested about the biopic. But with them owning that, they can also like now clear samples. We're probably going to hear a lot more Michael Jackson samples now. And also like remember the Michael Jackson experience? What if they bring something like that back? Like we can have video games now that they own these rights, you know? There's a lot of stuff they can do.
Yeah, I don't like it. I mean, it's nice that like that would be nice. Like all of these different experiences would be nice. But if that's not what he wanted in
we
his
shouldn't be
life,
doing
then it shouldn't
Yeah,
be.
prepare to see t-shirts and Urban Outfitters, Target, Michael Jackson everywhere.
Because they gonna squeeze. They gonna squeeze.
No, he's going to be a literal ghostwriter now. If they sell his
That's
unreleased
yucky
songs.
work.
It's really crazy.
That's yucky work. But I mean,
I wonder how the family feels because they were saying at the end of that article, they were saying, I think his lawyers and the estate, they had no comment for the whole Sony thing. But I am excited about the biopic. It's unfortunate that he's not going to be in it or like here to arrange it. Like Ray Charles, I think that's why Ray was so good because Ray Charles was involved in his movie. But I am interested to see another version of it because the last Michael Jackson movie that we've seen was with the Jackson 5 American Dream. And that gave me PTSD.
I think it gave everybody PTSD.
Yeah.
That was a little.
Everybody
Spooky.
was, whoo. But yeah, I need to see something else from Michael Jackson. And I'm interested to see what they're going to put in there about Michael Jackson. But I do think it'll be a good biopic to watch and very inspirational, just like this Bob Marley one coming out.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one too.
I am too. Soundtrack is
Excited.
fire. So that's what I'm interested in to hear for this Michael Jackson thing. And I
With
think
the-
that's another reason why Sony needed to obtain these rights because how do you have a soundtrack and you don't own the music? So who's going to sing these songs? Are you going to put Michael Jackson on there? Like, I really want to know.
I don't know. I feel like there would have been there's definitely has to be a way for them to have been able to get the music on to the movie without having to buy.
Well, maybe not in the way that they want it. Like, because maybe they don't want it to be Michael Jackson's voice. Like on New Edition, a lot of those, on the New Edition movie, a lot of those songs they were singing were them, the actors. Well, not them, but like Luke James. They were singing those songs. It wasn't the New Edition track. You know what I mean?
Copy.
So they might need it to do something like that. I don't know. It's all a little bit fishy, especially my conspiracy ass. Like, I done heard a lot of shit
Them
about
shits
why
be right
Michael Jackson is
sometimes.
really dead. I've seen LaToya, his sister, on interviews. I know. He didn't want to sell that stuff. So now that Sony has it, it makes me a little bit
Uneasy.
But-
a bit uneasy for sure.
yeah. It also scares me too because Sony is like where the biggest artists in the world reside.
Yeah, it's like UMG and Sony are
Yeah.
like the biggest.
So it's like, own your shit, people. Keep your
Word to
rights. Yeah. Word to Meg.
Ah.
We got some also some good interesting news in R&B this week. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We got some nominees.
Some that hit home, close
Yeah.
to home.
Who we
Because
got?
Mary J, Mariah Carey, Sade, to name a few. That I like that.
Yeah.
Granted, every year a bunch of people get nominated, and then I think they induct anywhere around 6 to 12 people get inducted.
That's a lot of people.
every year.
I don't know why I
that's
thought
nice.
it was like one.
That would be insane.
I don't know why I thought that.
I thought it was like a top 3. Give me top 3.
I
But
had
even that
no
is-
idea. I thought
I
they, like,
like
vote.
6 to 12, half a dozen to a dozen.
Yeah, that's
a
cool.
nice
That's cool.
amount. And I love that, sister girl Mary J is in there. So all
Mary
of
J.
these.
Easy, she got at least 2-3 songs that by themselves. Like even if she only put them songs out, she deserves to be in that category.
Absolutely.
Family Affair, Real Love. No, for real. Like the way those songs hit still to this day. Be Without You. They deserve.
Yeah.
Mariah Carey got way too many. I went on a rabbit hole of her last night too because I was Googling like her number 1 songs. It's a list.
It's a lot.
Okay.
It's a lot.
Mariah Carey is more than deserving.
It's a lot.
But
And
when do we find
Sade,
out? Like
they-
later on in the year, right?
I'm actually not sure when we find out.
Because they have to vote. I know there's
It's like a committee, or they send out votes to
a committee, basically.
a committee, basically. Yeah.
Just like they do the Recording Academy, and they go out and vote for however many people damn they pick. Because I thought it was 1. Apparently, it's up to a dozen. And
Yeah.
that's 12 if you don't bake.
That's great. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. We also have,
Sade.
of course. Oh, I was gonna go into the next topic.
Oh shoot! Did we already say Sade?
Yeah.
Oh my bad. Sweet.
Sade is not a one person either. For those who don't know, it's a group. I learned that very
Wait, what?
recently. Yeah, Sade is the name of the group.
Huh?
Yeah,
What's her name?
I forget. What's her name?
Wait,
Rob,
wait,
what's
wait,
the,
wait.
What's the name of the lead singer on
wait.
Sade? Is there a
Sade
group?
is not. Her name is Sade, but the group, it's also a one band. So that is her name.
Okay.
But it's not just a singer. It's a
not
band.
It's a band. Yes. Correct.
Oh, so like Earth, Wind, and Fire. But their name is not Earth, Wind, and Fire. But her name is Sade.
Okay. Her
And
name
it's
is
an entire
Zoom in?
band.
Rob.
Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, I learned it really late. I thought I was like
I learned it at today years old.
today years old.
Yeah, I'm today years old when I found out. Wowzers. Okay. So it's
Sade, they're an English band formed in London in 1892.
wow, I had no idea.
Their lead singer is Sade Adu.
Yes.
And then 3 members: Paul Anthony Cook, Paul Anthony Cook, Stuart Matthewman, and Paul Spencer Durman.
Wow. I had no idea.
Yep, they're a band.
I mean, that would make sense though, because all of the songs are like very instrumentative, and they
Like
do
the
sound like she
internet.
worked with the same people over and over again because it's very what's the word, collaborative
I like it.
and flowy. Wow, I
Love
was
Sade.
today years old when I learned that Sade is a band. Did y'all know that? Let us know in the comments if you knew that, because I bet you didn't know that.
And while you're in the comments, be sure to like, subscribe, share it.
Tell
Put
your
all your
mama,
friends
tell
on.
your friends.
Yeah, tell a friend to tell a friend.
You need to also tell your friends and ask them, why is Monica on tour with Nicki Minaj?
I don't see that working. I don't see that working.
We just had this conversation
I
with
don't
Ari
see that
Lennox
working.
and Rod Wave. Monica, now I know you be on your Gunica, but I don't think the Nicki Minaj tour is the place to do it.
I think audience-wise,
It'll work?
it'll work.
Hand in
Audience-wise,
hand?
it'll work.
That's like when I said Keisha Cole and 50 Cent.
Yeah, I think in some
I don't know about
that crossover works in my head.
How? It's not a festival.
It's not a festival, but I feel like, and maybe this is like me just thinking about me and my music taste, but like, let's say like the 50 Cent, this is not a real concert. But if
not a real
Keisha Cole
concert.
opened for 50 Cent, that makes sense, because I feel like 50 Cent fan base are a bunch of people who like would also listen to like Keisha Cole's hits.
Yeah, they would.
It's not like it's Keisha Cole.
So you're saying
you know?
that Nicki Minaj's fan base is a fan base that also knows Monica hits.
Yes, for sure.
Okay.
I think that crossover works.
I could see
What
it. But
I
but
don't
could
see
not
working,
it.
what I don't see working is these 2 women like
On tour together.
Because one of those women be on some nut shit.
One, What?
On some nut shit.
Fragment foot. No, she's crazy right now.
Like she's
She's
gone
going
off
through
the
it.
deep end, and
I
I
like
don't
every
see
Pink Friday
Monica
album there
like.
is.
I don't see Monica like
Dealing with that.
putting up with that shit quietly.
I don't understand, like, it must be going like Monica is a supporting act, because Monica is nobody's opener. Monica could give you an hour and a half right now. So she's not the opening act.
Seated in a chair.
Full Louis Vuitton head to toe.
To the boot. From the rooter
Like
to
the
the
socks
tutor.
like Jermaine Dupri had on.
With the button.
Y'all better put that sock in there when we show it too, because that picture, Jermaine. Anyway, Monica. Oh, I can't get over Jermaine Dupri's socks.
No, I don't. This
But
tour,
Gulica, I'm scared.
I
I'm
don't
scared.
know. I don't
really
know.
scared.
I was already like the clips when
Minaj.
when Nicki dropped the album, she'd done a couple like shows.
Yeah, it was like Christmas Jingle Ball or some
and
shit.
they looked a mess.
Yeah.
They looked a mess. So I don't know how, like, what is this production gonna, like, what I
don't get this
don't
whole
know.
R&B singers going on tour with hip hop artists. I don't get it.
I think certain ones it makes sense. Certain ones make sense.
It's not like terrible. I just don't get the correlation. Like, if I'm going to see Nicki Minaj, I don't know. I just don't get it.
If
It's
I
not a
squint
show I
a
would
little
ever
bit
put together in my
and
head.
tilt my
It's
head,
like a playlist. It's
Yeah.
like somebody brought their
giving
playlist to
playlists.
life. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, that's what it looks like.
yeah. If I squint and tilt my head, it makes sense a little bit.
It's like, what could you call the tour? What are you calling the tour?
What I'm not here for
Pink Friday
is
tour?
What I'm not here for is I feel like openers are supposed to be someone that you're like trying to put on. I thought that's what an opener slot was for. It was
right,
for somebody.
and that's why I'm saying she's not giving
getting put
opener.
on.
It's giving supporting act. Like, we're on tour together.
Yes,
Like there's Monica merch out
feel
there.
like that would have been a really dope opportunity for a smaller rapper.
Baby Tate.
Tia Corinne.
Right, somebody like that.
That, like,
are you
already
bringing
got a little
grown-ass
motion
Monica?
and
Not that we
just-
don't fuck with Monica, but it's like,
Yeah.
Monica has a fan base. She
Yeah.
doesn't need to come to Nicki Minaj's fan base and gain her fans. This is the same issue we had with the Ari and Rod wave. It's not that it doesn't work out. It's just like, you already have a core fan base, and this is not where they are.
Yeah, that could have been a really dope opportunity for someone like.
Yeah, even like a Lotto, but I know like Nicki
Nah,
Minaj
Lotto-
has
nah,
beef with
nah,
like
that-
every.
nah.
I'm just saying, like, any younger female rapper right
Mm-hmm.
now, but I know that she beefing with every single one of them,
Yeah.
so she had to bring an R&B chick.
And of all the R&B chicks, you wanted to bring Monica
I mean, who else could
out?
she have brought? Keisha Cole? She on tour right now with
Keisha
somebody
Cole
else.
is on tour. Keisha Cole on tour with like K.
Jaheim
Michelle and
Trey Songz. Somebody
yeah.
else. And there's another woman. I think it is K. Michelle.
Yeah, K. Michelle's on that.
Yeah. I'm like, who else could Nicki Minaj have brought? I feel like she should have just brought a female rapper.
I don't know.
But shout out to Monica.
Shout out Monica.
Going back on the road. Like, I would buy tickets now to the Pink Friday 2 tour just to see her sing Before You Walk Down My Line. No? Well, I never meant to cause you no. Like, I cannot
Hey,
see Nicki Minaj
I
fans
just
going up
wanna
to
go
that.
back to being. Listen,
You know?
she put her big ass foot in that one.
So gone? Like, I can see them
Over
singing the
you.
slap the chick part, but like, they not gonna know you should have known better. They gonna sing that? Should known. Monica, why did you say yes?
That shoulda. No. Ooh,
I don't understand.
that's-
I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm highly confused. I don't get what any of these R&B artists go on tour with somebody that makes no sense. So this one definitely makes no sense to me. Now, I think she's gonna benefit from it. Yes, because moments are gonna go viral. We're gonna see Nicki Minaj acting a fool. We're gonna see Monica responding in full ways, and plus she can sing, so she puts on a great show.
I don't.
Well, I don't know if she
I
puts
don't
on a great show, but she stand there and look good and sing all her songs like they the way they
Don't know
sound.
about
So,
that tour. I don't know about that tour. They don't complement each other well.
They don't.
They don't complement each other well.
But I am here for it because I am ready to see the TikToks and all the videos on Twitter and all the Shade Room posts, even though I don't follow them. But no, I'm actually not excited.
if
to see
someone
Shade Room
follows the
posts. Don't
Shade
talk
Room,
about
that's
them.
like a red flag.
Okay, I don't follow them. However, my sister sent me Shade Room posts, so I see it.
Yeah, everybody sees them.
Yeah.
You can't, it's like you can't
get
avoid
away
them.
from it.
But if you like follow the page,
Nah.
mental illness.
I don't need that negativity in my life.
It's all negative. Oh my goodness. Anyways,
But a whole bunch of new music dropped.
whole bunch of new music.
Like we say every single week. R&B is alive and well. Jovy, tell them what we got.
Of course, we had the new album by Usher coming home.
Usher.
But we also had a new song, a new Jermaine Dupri song. He's also capitalizing off his,
Them socks. He's capitalizing them off them socks.
You gotta let that shit go.
I
dog.
can't.
You
He
gotta let
had
that
the nerve. First of all, you know everybody's on Twitter clowning your outfit right now, comparing you to the baby boss, telling you look like CeeLo Green, and your ass gonna take your foot, insert picture.
But y'all didn't
and
see
took a
the
picture
socks though.
of his sock with the
These
pearl
ain't,
on
these
it.
ain't just schoolyard
Look
socks.
at the sock
though.
right here, y'all. Here's the sock. You see it? Crazy.
He's hilarious for that. But he dropped a new song with Nelly, Ashanti, and Juicy J. I think it's called Till, what's it called?
Can't think of it right now, but I do like the song.
It's like Till something.
Produced by Juicy J.
Produced by Juicy J. It's called This Little Game We Play. See? I knew it was at the tip of my tongue. We also got a new song off of the Bob Marley One Love soundtrack. This time it's Redemption Song by Leon Bridges. We got Annie Tracy finally dropped her EP Act 2.
It's out.
It's out. Music Taste. Music Taste is the one. And Ye Ali dropped an EP as well.
Yeah, there's some fire joints on that. You should go listen to it. Some sleeper joints. But alive and well, like we say, make sure y'all go look for the R&B that
how could
you
I forget?
want.
T-Pain?
Oh yeah,
New song by T-Pain
I thought
too.
You said that first.
No, I said the Jermaine Dupri joint.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
woo,
T-Pain
woo.
also dropped a new song. He's also next up for a residency in Vegas. I would
is,
definitely
huh?
go see that.
Yeah.
He is someone else who could also do a Super Bowl.
You're right, and I feel like with all the features that he has, like he would have so many guests. Like
He could
that
do
would
a Super
be
Bowl.
show.
And he can dance his little ass off.
That is great. I would love to see twirl around the stage. Who y'all want to see at the Super Bowl? Let us know in the comments, and we're gonna talk about it. 'Cause
Who
I
do you
think-
want to see at the Super
I think
Bowl
that's a
in
good
New
one.
Orleans?
I think that's a good one, but I'm still going for Lil
T-Pain.
Wayne, Drake, and Nicki Minaj, Birdman,
T-Pain,
Juvenile, and
if
Fresh.
it was like a T-Pain Chris
for-
Brown
for
joint,
Nola.
that would go. That could go. And then the switch off would be Kiss Kiss.
Who would go first?
I think T-Pain goes first.
And
then
bring out Chris-
Bring out Chris Brown.
No way.
No?
No.
The other way around?
Yeah, Chris Brown
Ooh.
would have to bring out T-Pain.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And then it like be T-Pain and then it comes back and Chris Brown and then they...
And then they end it. Because what
That'd
other
be
songs
cute.
do T-Pain have with Chris Brown besides Kiss Kiss? Is there another one?
I don't think so.
I don't think there is either. Oh, now freeze, bring me. Boom, ba-doom. I don't know if people know it enough. I don't know. I feel like they both are deserving of their own halftime show. They could like pop out on each other's, but I feel like Chris
That'd be
Brown would
cute
have to do a
moment.
halftime show by himself first.
Yes.
The next
Just
5
like
years or
Beyonce
something.
with Bruno Mars and Coldplay.
Yeah, do it by yourself, and then T-Pain come back out. And guess who I brought? My friend Chris. She want that lovey-dovey.
That kiss,
And it'll be tight.
kiss.
Damn, that's a good
Yeah.
one. Go listen to that new R&B and make sure y'all submit to get the newsletter from Miss Jovy here.
Definitely
every single
go.
Friday. New R&B dropping. It's alive and well. If you want it, you got to go look for it. Stop saying that it's dead. My name is Tiara Monique.
I'm Jovy E, and this was episode 4 of the R&B Only show.
Make sure y'all go get them tickets. RandBOnly.com/calendars. We got live shows. We got fests coming up. Get them tickets. Bring your friends. Bring your crew. We singing R&B all night.
R&B only.